Welcome to Free Beer Friday, powered in part by the Bearded Monk and Classic of Denton. The views and opinions expressed by the show hosts and their guests are those of the show host and guests, and not necessarily those of the sponsors, DentonRadio.com, or the Denton Convention and Visitors Bureau. For more information, visit the Policies and Procedures page at DentonRadio.com.
Oh, we're live.
Oh.
We're live.
Oh, we're live right
What's
now.
up? How are you, everybody?
Another episode of Free Beer Friday. Hi, I'm your host, Ben Easley, from the Bearded Monk. There we go.
It's a Krampus
And look who's
shirt.
with me.
Hi.
Look at this host. Look at this host.
I'm Jennifer, the bearded lady. How is everybody? Thank you for joining. And we are with this beautiful man. And what is your name?
Brian Meyer. I'm with Trinity
right
Cider.
Oh, yeah, right here.
Right there.
Sorry, we didn't even tell you.
There you go.
He's like,
Surprise.
where are these
Horrible
cameras,
host.
guys? So sorry. So they kind of look like eyes. It's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so Brian Meyer,
it's-
Trinity Cider out of Deep Ellum, Texas.
Can I just rub on that?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to touch that.
That's the over a little bit.
That's nice. Okay, fair enough.
I decided not to. I was just like,
Not to
oh, never
poke it
mind.
straight in the nipple.
Right. No, I wanted to touch the apple.
I know.
I
It's
really
such
love-
a pretty print job.
Yeah, and I love your logo. It is beautiful.
yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about your logo? Is it based on, there's a mandala and an eye and a triangle or a pyramid and
Yeah, so
and a circle?
the base part of it is you got a triangle for Trinity,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's the apple, the eye, and then all those right there are apple leaves going around it.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Right on.
Mhm.
Right
I
on.
love it.
Well, tell us who Trinity Cider is. What is Trinity Cider?
So we are a dry craft cidery based in Deep Ellum. Started October 12th of last year, so we are just over 13 months old.
Young babies.
Little
Just
babe.
little babies.
Little baby.
Little babies. Yeah. And so we just kind of there was a void in the market we saw, so we wanted to start focusing on just drier ciders. So we got like our Deep Ellum Dry, which is sugar free, and none of our stuff is sweet. Like our sweetest one would still be classified as a dry cider, like maybe 7-8 grams of sugar per glass, compared to a lot of our competitors out there who have a lot of sweet. Like their dry ciders are literally sweeter than our sweetest cider.
Yeah.
I would like to try. Which one
You want to get
would you
on this?
say?
I would
to dry?
start with the dry.
Just straight up dry.
Yep.
Okay. Straight
I'm
up
sorry,
dry.
I already
Yeah,
tapped
it's
into
fine.
stuff, so I'm just gonna drink
Well,
this.
because everybody knows on the interwebs that Jennifer is not a huge cider fan, but the fact that you're saying that it's like dry, I think that's like the perfect niche that you guys found, because I think there's a lot of beer drinkers that. Would
Are
you
you all
like it?
good? Are you?
Yeah, I'll get a little
Yeah.
bit. So that's our
Oh,
Deep
wow.
Ellum Dry right there. So think almost like an apple champagne.
Yeah, it
So
smells like an apple
yeah.
champagne.
Apple champagne.
apple champagne. So
Well
sugar,
said.
less than a gram of sugar. So we say sugar free, but it's got all those apple notes and everything in it too. Got a little bit
Oh,
bite at the
wow.
end.
Right. It's perfect for the holiday. I'll get some more. Sure. Oh.
Am I feeding you? This is really scary. Luckily, you have a beard. Okay. See. Oh, did you just backwash?
I drooled on myself a little bit.
You
I'm sorry.
backwashed and drew.
Enjoy.
Thanks a lot.
I'll
Gross.
trade these if you want me to. No.
No, I
Oh,
want
okay.
my cider. I want this. I can't believe I just said that. I said I want my cider. I want this one. I mean, I can
converted
always,
one more.
I can
cider.
always like just do this.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
here you go.
We can keep going. Okay. All right. We're gonna keep
I'll give
trading
you your
off.
nasty backwash.
I will
Well,
take
anyways,
my
this
nasty
is
backwash.
very, very
Oh.
delicious, and I will say it again. Everybody surprises me with the ciders, and this is, you described your, like, that void in the market of how good it is.
Give me this. What? Oh, Betsy brought us water. Everybody need water?
I'm okay.
You don't want more backwash?
No,
I'm good.
feeling
This is
fine.
94% water, so I'm good.
See, there you go. Well, see, tell us. So, tell us how you guys started, because we were talking about that on the way here.
Yeah, so we so there was 2 of us that started it, and then it grew to 4 of us that actually ended up starting it. But how it started was we were just making cider in an apartment, and we just couldn't find anything we liked, so we just kept making it, having a good time. And then one day we sat there and said, we should start a business. Gee, what kind of business should we start? So we're literally sitting there making cider, talking about what kind of business should we start. Should we should we have a tech company? Should we do this?
Yeah.
Should we do that? Well, we're like, no. So we're the complete opposite of everyone else who's making beer, and they're like, we need to do a brewery.
Yeah.
No, we're making this stuff. We're like, what should we do? We have no clue. And then the next day, it's time to like rack the cider and everything and pour it to drink it. And all of a sudden, they're like, you know what we should do? We should start a cidery. I'm like, what? And there are a lot of curse
You're
words that came out of my
crazy.
mouth.
Yeah.
I was like, beep, 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 beep,
Why on
beep,
earth
beep.
do we do this?
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're ready
Yeah.
to censor.
Yeah, there was a lot. There would have been a lot of censoring with the words that came out of my mouth. I think the word idiot was used judiciously.
Okay.
But then,
Well, that's still nice.
so yeah, then we talked about it, and then we kind of saw the void, and then I was like, actually, here we're just making it with apple juice from Kroger, and our flavor is different. What if we actually got someone in here to do that? So then we started doing our homework, put some metrics together, and then we realized that a lot of the one local cidery Bishop just couldn't even keep up. Like
Wow.
So we just started going to work and put everything in place. And then we realized we wanted to take that flavor we created to the next level, though. So we actually hired a guy to Napa, Josh, who's our head cider maker. So he's a
The
founder.
master cider maker.
He's the master cider maker. So there's a lot of like almost a wine feel to a lot of this stuff, where it's a lot smoother and everything.
It is
so
very smooth and very champagne-y, like
very
you were saying.
champagne-y.
Yeah.
So so he was able to just take what we did and just take it to the next level and
Yeah.
use all his knowledge, that chemical knowledge and everything, to create a completely different product for the marketplace.
Well, I heard also, like, I think you touched on it a little bit, but you were kind of kicked out of the apartment from, the girlfriends that were.
So yeah, at one
They don't
point,
like cider making in
well,
apartments?
so apparently, whenever you keep the apartment at 65 degrees at all times, because you need proper fermentation temperature,
Yeah, they leave. They
Yeah.
leave when
Yeah.
you do that.
and you can only convince them to snuggle for so long.
Right?
But there's also, we had 35 different flavors of cider going at a gallon a piece. Now you got 35 to 30.
35?
Yeah. So if you look at our Kickstarter video, at one point there's like 6 5-gallon buckets full of stuff bubbling, and you go in the bathroom and there's all kinds of stuff with fruit and everything floating around. It got to the point where we had so much cider, they're like, you need to get rid of this. So we just called our friends up, like, party.
Ciders.
No BYOB. We've got all the alcohol.
Yeah.
Just have
Yes.
fun. And so then that's where we started testing it to see how people liked it, what they thought of it, to see if this would actually stick or not.
I bet it's a great thing to drink because if it's like a very little sugar, it's a very little hangover.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm a latecomer to the
Nice.
party, but this is a really nice dry cider, and it seems like something that people who are beer people would be more inclined to enjoy. Is that kind of your shtick? Do you tend to stick to more dry ciders, or are you all over the place?
So we're dry ciders only. So like that's our
Cool.
Deep Elm Dry. So that's essentially sugar free.
I'm gonna try this.
And then like
Nice.
our sweetest ones get to like 8, maybe 9 grams of sugar per glass.
Okay.
And if you're under 10, you're considered
yeah,
a dry
yeah.
cider.
Right.
So a lot of the people out there who like say they have a dry cider, it's
They're just like barely considered dry.
well they're not.
Okay.
So
There's really no regulation on that word then, like a lot of words that we use, natural and things
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
Okay. I really like this.
salesman bravado.
I am a beer girl through and through.
Yeah.
And this is really nice. It's
Isn't it
dry, but like a
great?
touch of apple on the back end. It's
know.
nice.
Yeah, this is our
Nicely done.
flagship. This is the first one we ever made. So
I just poured
Nice.
naughty. Oh no, I just poured more
More
dry.
dry, yeah.
Man, I'm gonna have to drink it.
so
Surprise!
Oh,
you
no,
gotta
more
drink
cider to drink.
deliciousness.
Man, I love
So
it.
That's
though.
gonna be
terrible.
so mad.
and
Like,
it-
oh, you're showing up to date night and you've been enjoying drinks.
Yeah, cider
Poor
at that.
guy.
It's cider. Exactly. I want to try Naughty Grandma though. So where did Naughty Grandma come from?
So last year when we started to try and get seasonal a little bit, and we're like, okay, it's fall.
Oh,
What do
Yeah,
people do?
yeah, yeah.
And our cider maker, we give him a lot of just creative freedom to make stuff. So he made an apple pie type cider. So this is the Naughty Grandma. So it's kind of like those cinnamon notes and cloves and allspice and stuff in there.
Oh my
But-
gosh, what?
But it's also 8% because Grandma's naughty. This
uh-oh.
isn't, your regular
Oh.
Grandma.
You said that as I
That's
already
why-
poured
Yeah,
half a glass.
exactly.
Are you already
why
a
she's
naughty
naughty.
grandma?
I hope I'm gonna be a naughty grandma. I would love to be a naughty
If
grandma.
you're not a naughty grandma, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. So we got some apple pie. Wait, oh my gosh, it's cinnamon. I'm sorry, I got really excited. It's like cinnamon, like straight on the nose, and it smells like strudel almost. It smells delicious, like pastries. I can smell. My mouth
Strudel.
is watering.
That is well said. Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
It's good.
that's not gonna be here.
Oh.
when we leave. No one's gonna be able to try Naughty
You're gonna
Grandma
snake
out there,
that.
We've
by
got
the way.
more.
She
We brought
snatches
more.
the
Okay,
growler
cool.
and runs.
We brought more.
Wow, that is really delicious.
It's real smooth.
Okay, so I am really excited about this
Yeah, let's
because for Wassailfest happening the first Friday in December, that's what we're doing for our wassail during Wassailfest.
You're doing this?
Ooh, you're just
Yes.
gonna warm it on
Have you
up
had
and
it
serve
yet?
Yeah.
Okay, I
It's
was about to
on
say, you can't-
tap right now at
you-
the Bearded Monk.
You can't have any of mine because you like backwashing mine.
That is totally fair. Yeah, I already ruined this glass.
Because
so
Ben
I
drinks
will
like a
take it.
toddler.
He does.
Forget you.
Yeah, right? No, this is
Try to
by
fit my
far
mouth over the glass.
one of my. I'm gonna even say it. Just like this is one of my favorite drinks
That's amazing,
ever.
isn't it?
Like I don't think
Yeah.
I've had something this good in a long time.
Nice.
And
Oh, thank
I'm not
you.
even. I don't like cider, but this is delicious. This is like champagne apple pie.
Yeah. We,
Like that's it.
we tried carving that niche out, and then we like to have a lot of fun too. So, if you ever make it down to our tap room down
I will now.
in Deep Ellum, we actually have an off-menu item too.
Is this?
It's our cider sake bomb.
Oh, I love sake.
So
Fun.
we're actually
This is
classified.
like Jennifer's
seen
cider.
this video.
Yeah, we're actually classified as a winery, so we're allowed to sell wine, cider, mead, and sake. So we actually take our Deep Ellum dry and sake, then we got to chant, make you say 1, 2, 3, cheers in Japanese.
And you've got it
And you
sitting on
put
top
the chopsticks on top, so
Oh,
it's
sorry.
each. So we make
Yeah,
you
I
say
know how to-
ichi, ni, sa, and then you hit compile and
goes
they
boom.
drop. So right now the record is 42 at once.
Oh my gosh, I would like to do this. The sake bomb.
Yeah.
Okay,
Field trip, y'all.
we
I
got
like
to
all
do
the
this.
things.
We got to do this.
So
Well, and I
we
think,
need to make a trip over there.
yeah, I'm all about it. I've got video.
DentonRadio.com is
Yeah.
going to sponsor it. You heard it here.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right, right, Jake?
That's
Yeah,
right.
okay.
And then we'll go to Lane's house afterwards.
Oh, nice. And then meet us at Lane's house for the after party
Right.
here in Denton.
Ayo.
Well, and I think we're a little short on time.
Yep. Yeah.
So is there anything else going on at the cidery that we should know about?
Besides this delicious beer that everybody needs to go drink, like
Right. And I've got to try
tonight.
it. I've got to get through this.
Yeah.
And then,
I've
yeah.
got to get
Yeah.
through this.
Yeah.
As far as drinks, we are currently in the R&D process to try and create a cider seltzer.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
What
nice.
did you just say?
Yeah.
Cider seltzer.
So what would that entail?
Oh, this is crazy.
So it's going to be just a little bit more carbonaty, but still have those apples and kind of more take that White Claw feel a little bit too, to kind of sit there and like we're just.
There's no
They're trying to get
I
in
was
our.
gonna say,
they're
are-
trying to get in our space, so we're just going to kind of take that right
Do
back
it.
from
But
them a
will
little bit.
there be laws
What's
while
that?
will there be laws while you're drinking the seltzer cider? Because ain't no laws when you're drinking the claws.
I've never tried one. Well, I want to go drink like the rest of your keg tonight. So
Oh,
are we
more
ready?
of this.
Let's
yes.
do it.
Right.
Let's do it.
Betsy, Am I
What?
right?
Yeah.
I know
This
it's
thing is
insane.
amazing.
So this is ridiculously delicious.
I want to make an apple pie out of it.
if y'all want to drink some of this delicious
Absolutely.
beer or / apple pie in a glass,
Nicely done, sir.
then you should come by the Bearded Monk and drink it
go
with
hang out
us,
and drink.
and maybe stop by the Welcome Center and just like try a little bit.
Are they giving
But
out
if you
samples
try,
of this one?
They are.
Yes.
If
the
you try
samples
a-
are being given out
But
right
if you
now.
try a little bit, you're not. You're gonna have to go to the Monk.
Yeah,
so
it's
just,
not
you might
enough.
as well go
I'm-
to the Monk, but go to both. But try it,
Yeah,
and then
it's
you'll
not
just
enough.
want
We're
the
going to the
rest of the- yeah. it's not
Meet
enough.
us here, get a sample,
Get a
and
sample,
then let's
then
hike
we'll
back
go
over
over
and
there.
drink.
Yeah, we
yeah,
brought 5 flavors. We got our Deep Ellum Dry, the Naughty Grandma. We brought our Side Boob, which is our watermelon cider.
That thing blew beautifully. It was amazing.
Oh.
It was absolutely
I
amazing.
love the name.
And then we got our
brought your
Playboy,
Side
which is like an
Boob.
orange
Yeah.
I
Heffenweizen
always
cider.
bring mine.
So we made that
always
just
there.
because of all the guy, like there's the guy and the girl come in. The girl loves cider. The guy's like, I only drink beers. We made something to kind of mimic a beer a little bit.
Baby.
And then we brought our cardamom blueberry called the Cardi B.
Oh, cardamom,
Yes.
blueberry.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys and the names.
That's the one
Done.
we put on first.
All right.
That
That
is
thing
the
is
first
amazing.
one, yeah.
All right,
All
let's
right.
do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
let's go drink.
And go visit them in Deep Ellum at Trinity.
Trinity
right?
Cider.
Yeah, Trinity Cider.
Yep.
That's right.
I was like, am I saying Deep Ellum? Is that the right town? Oh my
Deep
gosh,
Ellum,
it's freaking out for a second.
The right area.
Yeah, it's the right area. So sweet.
All right.
Go visit.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Cheers. Come
We'll
drink
see
this
you
apple
later.
pie.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I was going
cheers,
straight
cheers,
in.
cheers,
I'm
cheers.
so sorry.
Oh, yes.
Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We want to thank our partners and sponsors who made this show possible. And now stick around for a word from all of us here at Discover Denton. Do you love live music? If so, make Denton, Texas your next vacation. Find more information at discoverdenton.com.